dudes and dudettes. So yes, as far as we know it right now, Jack Sears, the quarterback for USC, I should say ex-quarterback now, finally decided to go to Boise State, which is good. At least he'll get an opportunity to play with 2 more years left of eligibility, but at least he won't have to play USC, which is what I'm happy about as well. Then also the USC football, they scheduled some future games. I believe the years are 2025 and 2026. It's a home and home series where each team gets a chance to play at their home place, and it's against another SEC power in Ole Miss. And of course it makes a bigger difference because one of the ex-USC coaches, and he was an assistant too during the Pete Carroll era. Lane Kiffin is the head coach there, so should be pretty fun. Hopefully be some good competition in 5 to 6 years. So hopefully we'll just hope for that. And then also Governor Gavin Newsom of California said that sports may be able to restart at some point in early June, but of course without fans, which I don't mind. I don't even want to waste my money going to any of these things. I'd rather just watch any type of thing on TV. So hopefully get the NBA back soon and see how that goes, and then hopefully football will follow into the fall as well. And then the Chargers created their preseason schedule finally. The same usual folks, and they're opening at home against Dallas, and then they also have the Rams as well, and then they go on the road to face Seattle and the 49ers. So just kind of the same rotating 4 teams that they've always had, just staying on the West Coast, which is good for them, but we'll see what they can do. Some pretty good competition there, a lot of teams that got better, so hoping for the best for the Chargers, see what they can see what they're made out of. And then of course ex-running back Melvin Gordon of the Chargers most recently said that the system really that the Chargers were running with him wasn't his type of system he does well in. And I'm kind of surprised because he did have a lot of good stats and everything, but I don't know if it was really just because of him or the play calls that were for him. But I don't know if he's just trying to build up that Denver Broncos fan base to see that he is good, and even though he's only on a 1-year deal. But I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see how he does, and it'll be good for him, but I hope he doesn't do as well because the Chargers do have to play the Broncos twice in 1 year. And McClung, a guy who I was really high on coming out of high school a couple years back, I was hoping that he might somehow find his way to Duke, but I didn't think he really had enough grades, just all the athleticism. But he did go to Georgetown, which seems like a pretty prestigious type of school, so I think he could have went to Duke, but just never know how that turned out with that class that Duke had. But yeah, it looks like he is transferring after 2 years of being at Georgetown. Just really wasn't the correct fit for him. He had some playing time, but for some reason it just never clicked like how it did before. And now he's named USC in his top 7, and I think that's a great place for a type of player like him, because in high school he was just an up and down the court, catching alley-oops and dunking on everybody, as you saw in those highlights, and making some crazy off the dribble 3-point shots as well. So him running a USC team would be pretty awesome, in my opinion, and hopefully it does come true, or to fruition as people say. But yeah, all we can do is wait and see, and hopefully he'll make a decision sooner rather than later. And the LA Chargers has officially signed tackle Ryan Groy. I know I think I mentioned him, I don't know if it was last year or a couple months ago, but at least it's been official. I believe he plays tackle, so we'll see if he's there to actually compete for a spot or if he's just there for depth, but we'll just wait and see. Then a really talented cornerback in high school coming out of Southern California, modern day, is Jaylin Davies. He is a 4-star, and he recently named the top 4, and USC was in the final top 4, which I'm very excited about because he's definitely one of those special type of players. I think even he should be a 5-star in my opinion, but we'll see if he ends up changing and going up the ranks after his senior year. But definitely a guy that USC has to keep in state and not allow him to go anywhere else, especially Oregon or even Alabama, because I think he has enough talent to go play over there as well. And a weird article came out last week about the top players, top coaches in Division I. And of course, Clay Helton was pushed back to number 41. He was at least 10 spots higher than he was last year at 51. Cracked the top 50 this time, but for some reason they still think like guys who Chip Kelly, the coach at UCLA, who's just been horrible recently, is ranked in the top 30. And they have even Justin Wilcox, the Cal coach. I like him a lot. He was an ex-defensive coordinator for USC, so I don't mind him being higher than Helton, but there are a couple guys out there that probably shouldn't be as high. But when you're the coach of USC, you definitely have to be considered top 15, top 10, and the whole entire nation when it comes to power rankings of coaches. And I just think USC has missed out on a couple guys, especially even that Wilcox guy, to bank their head coach to get some more notoriety around all of college football. But I don't know. We'll see what they want to do in the future when it comes to keeping Helton on his now contract, or extending him, which would probably drive the fan base away even more. I'll still stick with him because he can recruit somewhat. He just can't get the top guys, which kind of sucks. But thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. And yeah, I opened up this video with something pretty funny. Couldn't stop laughing myself, and now I'm gonna end this video with an even longer version of that. So this video might seem long, but it's not. It's just a lot of someone snoring. So thanks again for watching, and bye now.